Hey everyone, Rob Sege here. Of course you know that, this is my Facebook post. Down here at Rotary Trail just off of the back of Nichols Oval Park, where this year will be the 4th annual Ride Don't Hide event for the Canadian Mental Health Association, Haliburton, 4th of Pine Ridge. And this year raising some money for a special cause to create a support group for survivors of suicide. That currently doesn't exist in this community. And I think it would be really beneficial for those who are recovering from the loss of a loved one to suicide. Many don't know that 10 people per day in Canada die by suicide. If you put that into the context of a passenger jet, that's the equivalent of a passenger jet crashing every month in this country. Everybody on board perishing. If that was to happen, if that was happening in our aviation industry in Canada, there would be a public outcry like no other. Yet, 10 people per day die by suicide in Canada. Mental health does not get the attention that it deserves. And it's time to change that. It's time to eliminate the stigma surrounding it. Of course, this year I will be riding, again, in memory of my brother Christopher. He died by suicide in 2016, and in honor of his son Dawson, who was born later that year. And it's been a personal struggle dealing with the loss of Chris, not only for myself, but for my family. And it's difficult for anybody who's gone through similar experiences. When you think about what's it like for a mother to lose a son. I can't relate to that. I'm not a mother and I don't have a son. What's it like for a father to lose a son? What's it like for brothers or sisters to lose one another? Or someone to lose their best friend or coworker? This support group, the intent is to bring together people with like experience who can share their experiences in a counseled environment and learn how to heal and cope with the loss. So I invite all my former team members, last year with the Chorus C21 cyclers, to join the team again, and hopefully some previous donors will come back and support this cause, and some new donors will come forward, particularly in the Peterborough area. So watch the Facebook post here down below. There'll be a comment section. I will have postings regularly on what's happening with the event. I will also be sharing some memories, and that's one thing I would really like to do this year, and encourage Chris's family and friends to share a memory of him. Yes, we know what happened to him, and it's very sad, but there's so much more to remember him by. So I'll start with a simple memory. Is when my wife Kaya and I visited Chris in Vancouver the last time we went. And being that this is a cycling event, what was special about that trip is Chris brought us to downtown Vancouver, and we got some rent-a-bikes, and he took us on a complete tour around the perimeter of Vancouver, the city of Vancouver, right through Stanley Park, all to special spots that were that he really liked to go to. And he was just so proud of living in that city. He referred to it as my city, and the people that he knew, he just loved that place so much. So that was a really memorable trip. I'll find some pictures and post them in the comments below. And I hope that many of you out there who knew Chris will do the same and share some memories on this post. I think that's what's important, is in the best way to cope is to celebrate the good times. So again, Ride Don't Hide is Sunday, June 23rd in Peterborough and Lindsay this year. We have 2 rides in this area for the Kawartha Lakes region, and there will be 26K is the longest one, going to Lakefield, with a couple shorter rides, and then there's 2 rides, 2 different lengths to choose from in Lindsay. All the information will be here. Hope we can count on you for your support as we create survivors of suicide and help families who are recovering from the loss of a loved one. Thanks for your time and consideration, and love you, Chris.